In the Unresolved Problem segment tonight, get ready, buckle up, Amnesty's coming. Next week, the Obama administration is going to convene a panel, bipartisan panel they say, to start working on immigration reform. And here's a preview of what we can expect.
We must also clarify the status of millions who are here illegally, many who have put down roots. For those who wish to become citizens, we should require them to pay a penalty and pay taxes, learn English, go to the back of the line behind those who played by the rules. That is the fair, practical, and promising way forward. And that's what I'm committed to passing as President of the United States.
Joining us now from Washington is Ali Noorani. He's the Executive Director of the National Immigration Forum. All right, Ali, you and I have tangled on this one before, early on my radio show this week. What can we expect next week? We hear that this is a bipartisan effort, and I'm going to believe that when I see it. What do you think is going to come out of this big meeting next week, and what can we expect?
Well, obviously, this is a president that's all about fixing problems. First working to fix the economy, now working on health care, then working on energy, and then lining up immigration as the issue that needs to be fixed that's affecting our country. So next week, the president is drawing together leaders from the House, leaders from the Senate, from the left, from the right, and there's a history of bipartisan leadership on this issue to come to the White House, roll up their sleeves and say, how are we going to do this? How are we going to come up with an American solution that fixes our economy, that treats people fairly, and that at the end of the day makes sure that everybody is treated equally?
Is an American solution one that includes following the rule of law?
And like the president said today, to be a nation of immigrants and a nation of laws is not contradictory.
Right, but,
in fact, it's
obviously the people who are thinking about making legal residence and putting on the path to citizenship have all, for the most part, broken the laws at one point or another, or they brought their children in, the children didn't have any choice in it, but parents who did this, they broke our laws. But let's just get back to it. The rule of law does matter in America, does it not?
It absolutely matters, and we need to restore the rule of law to our immigration system. So we need to require immigrants who are here illegally to register for legal status. That way we know who they are and where they are.
Why should they register? If you're someone who's been mixed up in criminal activity, which obviously you know about MS-13, Florenzia 13, and all Latin Kings, all
you're
these
absolutely
groups.
right. So
why would they register?
If we require the population to register for legal status, we then know the people who have not registered for legal status, when they get pulled over, when they are caught by the police say, okay, you haven't registered, you're not here legally, we know you don't belong here. Now we have this problem of 12 million people, this enormous haystack that law enforcement officials cannot sift through.
Right.
So let's shrink that haystack, let's require them to register, and then we know who's here to hurt us.
Now, do you believe then that they should be able to have access to the American way of life, citizenship, permanent residence, without having to go back home, register like everyone else, apply for citizenship, apply for a visa? They will not have to do that under the view that you believe is the right one, right?
To assume that 12 million people and their families are going to pick up and leave.
Well, they came here in the first place. They came here illegally. Why can't they go back legally?
If they have been here 5, 10 years, they have been contributing to their communities, they've been contributing to their neighborhoods.
Not all of them have been contributing to their communities.
That they're going to leave, it doesn't make sense.
Ali, we have an unemployment rate in California among illegal immigrants that's through the roof. We have a high school dropout rate that's through the roof. We have an incredibly difficult situation among the illegal immigrant labor class in this country of a lack of education, of a lack of English proficiency, and now with unemployment near 10% in the United States, that's just adding to the problem. So it is, I mean,
and what you see happening is that our economy is so bad is that people aren't coming here. So how bad does our economy have to get for us to fix the immigration system? For us to fix the immigration system, we make sure that everybody can compete for the same job at the same wage. Everybody's paying taxes, both the immigrant and their employer, and we have a solution that's right for everyone.
The folks at the EU who still want to come here, they can't just pay a fine and then get instant access to the American system. They're not allowed to do that. But the people who broke our laws are. That sounds like the American way of life.
Part of fixing our system is to make sure that people who want to come here, they can come here in a timely fashion.
Well, let's get rid of the borders.
Not at this point.
Ali, we should just. Borders have got to just go under this analysis. But I appreciate it. It's always good to see you. And directly ahead, Michelle.